Yo. What's poppin', chat? How's it hanging? So what are we gonna do today? First off, I'm going to show you a video. Here. Have some fun.
Last Christmas I gave you my heart, and you got the next day, you got to say, is it the summer from me, and even special last Christmas.
Are you ready for Christmas? It's time. It's this time of year again. Christmas isn't that far away. Soon is going to be happening. That's why you should get ready. Okay. Now, what I wanted to do today is to jam a little bit on my guitar and try to make some interesting ambient noise / pad / we'll just jam around a little bit in that regard. Not that I'm a good guitar player, but I can do a little bit of sound design on that bad boy. So let's first 200 seconds of reverb maybe is enough, and we can try to fill the silence with some sound. Now, before we start, of course, guitars need to be tuned. So let's do that first, and then we're going to get into properly designing the sound. That's clipping a little bit. Let's turn it down a little bit. Now, let's do a little bit of this. Okay. Oh. Why is it so high? Isn't that a beautiful sound? Maybe I want a different kind of reverb. So let's try. This one normally works really well. Oh, let's go with full wet. Hey, Trelime. Wait, whoa, 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 wow. Wow, whoa, wow, whoa, whoa, why isn't my microphone? Hello? Oh no. My microphone is working, my avatar just decided to shit itself. How are you doing? I'm good. How about you? Wrong shit. Oh, we are back. The big baby head is back. You have something you made? Nice. Then, what are you waiting for? Got your blanket, got your chalky milk. Okay. Let's give it a whirl then. Let me mute that. Let me open this. And let's do what you have fabricated. Okay. Are you still in the... Okay. Okay. Let's talk about one formal thing, or rather one, formal slash structural thing, and then let's talk about one mixing slash sound design thing. The formal thing would be this part here. For me, this part here, with the normal standard for hip-hop groove, let's call it that way, and the 8th symbol, is, compared to the rest of the track, a little bit bland and unnecessary, let's call it that way. I think you can just cut it out and just go from here to 043. Because also going to, also you're going to repeat this melody, like this whole melodic phrase 3 times. Why are you DMing me? Mainly want mixing feedback. Unless the Mel got something wrong. You can't type in chat? What do you mean you can't type in chat? Why can't you type in chat? Tells me I have to verify my account, and when I use my phone number it says it's invalid, while it is clearly valid. Some dude who's talking to me on Discord, who's apparently on the stream. Hi, Mr. Invalid. Why don't you post that link which you tried to send me in the server that you joined, and there's the hashtag feedback on stream channel. Go over there, post that link there, because you might think I'm not in stream. Oh yes, okay, that's actually a good idea. It's still, I can't tell you that I am. Oh, just drop your track in the server. I for whatever reason cannot see the link that you sent me. Wait. Ah, there we go. So others might as well enjoy it. Nice, thank you. We're going to listen to that in a bit. Now, yes, this part can be easily removed. It doesn't really bring anything to it. You already have 2 times a repetition of the main melody. And if you have it 3 times back to back, I think it's a little bit too much. Now the second thing, the more mixing / sound design thing, would be the kick drum, which if you listen to it, the kick doesn't really come through. You notice that there is some rhythmic element that does fall on the floor, but you don't really recognize it as a kick drum. Like the emphasis is too much on the high-end character of the kick than on the low-end character. You get what I mean? Also, it seems to be that like some of the stuff here isn't completely quantized, which in such an up-tempo and up-speed track, to have some random notes without a clear pattern, to be like, hey Chakra Team B, how are you doing? To be unquantized seems a little bit strange. I don't know what exactly is going on here. Oh, nice, thank you. Chakra, I have a suggestion for you. How about you stay in the Discord and just go like, okay, right click mute server and disable all the notification settings, like nothing, and suppress all the stuff and disable the mobile push notifications. Then you don't have to rejoin the server every time that you want to send something in. Ooh. That would probably make your life a little bit easier. Wouldn't you think? Wouldn't you think, my man? Okay, let's continue with ZO23. ZO23, Little Bubble Prodson. Aha. Hi Don, how are you doing? Okay, wait, let me read what you wanted. Mainly want mixing feed mess. Melody got something wrong with it. Melody got nothing wrong with it. What I'm missing a little bit is generally speaking the kick drum. Like you have an 808, or a bass, but the bass itself doesn't seem to have like an actual attack compared to an 808. Like an 808 normally has this has a very short additional attack phase, and yeah, it's a specific genre I want to go for. Well, 909, 808. Like very cool and a movable melody. I mean, that doesn't. Those two things aren't mutually exclusive. Like you can have a calm and movable melody that goes across the whole field, and a heavy sub, and still a kick. And now with that specific genre, okay, I get what you mean. You feel like a kick would not fit. Okay. Can't imagine it on that beat. Who I. Give me something. Give me something easy. Maybe something like this. I don't know, man. Like, basically what you're doing is you're removing one of the integral elements of like most music. I know that you're potentially going for a very specific genre, but I think we as music makers and artists should also start to point out if something goes wrong. It's okay to do 808 only sometimes. Yes, it does when it's like an actual 808 with an actual attack in it, because then the 808 actually fills the role of the kick drum as well, because it has a very certain percussive element to it as well. It is sub 808, so it has no attack, it's just bass. Yes. That's exactly my point. Maybe you can up the attack a little bit, yes. Because interestingly enough, you also has this little due to the attack curve that you've put in your 808, you still have this little, let's say, you create an effect of as if you would sidechain it within kick as well, because you have this little period in the beginning where the bass isn't there, which makes it seem like it was sidechained with a kick which isn't there. Which adds a little bit to the confusion. Oh, the Don found the emotes. He found the emote folder, guys. Oh no. What's he gonna do with them? Oh no. Oh no. Also easier for rapid flow on low key if you have it without a kick. I also would disagree with that. What the fuck? What the fuck is that? Why are the why are the sunglasses moved so weirdly? I can only see the vision with like a really heavy kick and a heavy 808. Currently, I just can't imagine kick on it. Okay, well, I said my 2 cents about it. Of course you are not. I'm not gonna force you to apply that. Where is he talking? In Discord. Give me a second. I have to do something real quick. Oh shit! It got worse. God damn. There we go. He's talking in Discord. But yeah, I gave my 2 cents to it. I think if there are certain... I don't see it. Privately, DMs, and I'm not going to leak DMs. As far as the mid, low, and high end, seems okay to me. Maybe you can unsharpen the high end a little bit. Like you have some noisy elements in there. That tone down is gonna be good. Okay. But everything else would have to be seen and heard on in context with final vocalist as well. Yeah. Okay, let's go with Don. I don't want to create an account. Why did that beginning guitar remind me of... wait. Shit, where is it? Why did that beginning guitar remind me of this? Like this beautiful piece of music. Why are we here? Why are we still on this planet? What are we doing? What are we doing with our lives? What are you doing with your life? Maybe you should do something like go outside and touch some grass. Go outside. Find a wife. Find a woman. Find a woman with which you can imagine to get some children with. Marry her. Make 5 children. Get into a divorce. Pay all the alimony that you have to pay. Don't visit the children. Maybe flee the country to avoid paying alimony. That's actually not real advice, by the way. Don't do all of that. Okay, let's listen to your thing here.
Diat hard.
Late night, I've been staring at the ceiling, clock and spin, but I can't find meaning. Heart been cold, but it's still beating. Trying to feel love, but the pain keep creeping. All my thoughts been running in loops. I've been losing time, what's the use? Every word I said turned proof that I lost myself in the truth. Trying to sleep, but my mind keep talking in the dark where my fears keep walking. Clock still ticking while I fade away. Slow heart still beating, but I can't let go. Time don't stop for the pain I know. Feeling like my soul's on a borrowed flow. Every second feel heavy on my chest, trying to find peace, but I get no rest. Smile on my face, but I fake that best. Whole life feel like one long test. They don't see what the silence has. All these tears that I keep inside. Every night I pray, by the last say I'm fine when I'm dead inside. Pages burn, can't rewind no more. Dreams drown deep where the pain gets stored. I've been fighting for a life worth living while the clock keep ticking.
Okay, let's take it apart structurally. You have first off Diat hard, not deaf hard. Diat hard. Interesting. When I first heard the producer tag, I was like, what? Diat hard? But anyway, structurally, you have an intro, you have an outro. That's the outro. That's obviously, and then you have one very long verse with a little bit of a breakdown part in the middle, where you reduce the beat, but the verse basically continues. You can do that. However, as you maybe notice, this results in a track that's, well, 2 minutes and 21 long, which is, considering that it's let's say low tempo track as well, like this isn't an up tempo track, is pretty short. Now the big question that you can ask yourself is, or should ask yourself, is if restricting yourself to just doing one part instead of following like a typical verse chorus structure, if with that you would have an easier way to extend your track. Now let's talk about vocals, and there are two things that are bothering me a little bit. One is more of a personal thing, the other is more of an, well, language thing. The more personal thing is the amount of autotune that you have on your voice.
Late night, I've been staring at the ceiling, clock and spin, but I can't find meaning.
I think it's a little bit too much. think you can reduce it a little bit, not in the sense of the amount that it's doing its tuning, but rather the activation speed. Like most autotune plugins have a setting where you can tell it like, okay, please wait this amount of milliseconds before you move or shift the note onto the correct one.
Been cold, but it's still beating. Trying to feel love, but the pain keep creeping. All my thoughts been running in loops.
And the other thing is also a little bit part of your vocal performance. Sometimes you go a little bit over the pitch that you intend, and then you end up with a little bit of a higher note, and the your autotune is not recognizing it as the lower note, but as the higher note, and this then automatically shifting it to the above position.
I've been losing time, what's the use? Every word I said turned proof that I lost myself in the truth. My fears no rest, my on my face, my highs. All these tears that I keep inside. Every night I pray.
Like here, you probably want what the fuck is that? So you probably want to stick around with every night da 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 dum da 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 ba ba da dum da 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 dum. And as you maybe hear, sometimes it goes every night da 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 dum da 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 dum.
Tears that I keep inside. Every night I pray.
Every night instead of every night. Do you hear the difference between every night and every night, every night, every night? So even when using autotune, you have to be a little bit more precise with your vocal performance in that regard.
By the last say I'm fine when I'm dead inside, pages burn, can't rewind, no.
And the last thing, there's a few few words and few syllables which seem to be misplaced in the sense of where the intonation of the syllable would be. Let me try to find the word which I want to actually say. Where the emphasis of the syllable would actually be.
Late night, I've been staring at the ceiling.
At the ceiling. It sounds a little bit strange because the did I already forgot the word? The emphasis on ceiling is already on the ceiling part, not on the ing syllable. So it is a little bit strange to have the seal part on an unemphasized beat and the ing on the one. Yeah, but it's just kind of how my style is. Then you haven't made it completely clear that this is actual stylistic device, and you have to do way more to convince the listener that this is a stylistic choice and not an error. Conveyance is also a part of the musical endeavor. Well then, Let's have chakra D and B.
Calling me back home. I hear the silence breaking, a heartbeat calling me back home. Calling me back home, somewhere I belong. I hear the silence breaking, a heartbeat calling me back.
Okay. A few things that I would point out. I really like the major switch at the end there. You suddenly switch from your minor key. What do we have? F minor suddenly into the major. I don't know if this is just due to the sound design that happens here, the sound that suddenly has this note in there, or if this is done on purpose, but I really like the switch at the end here. One thing that I would note is your vocal sample is again in a completely different tempo as your instrumental track. It is mostly noticeable in the second half here. It's just a completely different tempo. Like, you can maybe even infer that this is like, so your track is like 160, 170, and the tempo of the vocal sample is somewhere in the 120, 125 region, like for some typical club music. Yeah. And those two tempos don't really mix and match. What I like, however, is the snare sound. You have this. There's. I know it's electronic, but because of the strange, or not strange, but of the roomy reverb that you have on it, with a lot of early reflections, it sounds like a half acoustic sample mixed with an electric one. The vocals is definitely not at one, or I really doubt that the vocals is at 174. It sounds like something completely different. Maybe that reverse crash here can be a little bit louder. Hi, Rectum Perfectum. Nice name. Welcome. How are you doing? Yeah, that will be my 2 cents about this track. Okay. Mad Them, Two Dumb Kids by Greyman. Key Greyman remix. Okay. I'm fine. Good to hear that you're fine. I'm fine as well. We are having a little bit fun. We're doing a little bit of feedback. Music feedback, that is. If you have a track, you can drop it in the Discord. Not in Twitch chat. Twitch chat won't allow it. I implore you, do it. Okay, let's go with Mad Them Two Dumb Kids remix. 1 minute 11. Okay, let's see what you got.
I wish we were older. The first time that we met, I know we were stupid. The first time we would sit, riding down the mountainside, locked us up, our hands were tied, running down the streets at night. They caught us in a lie. Till time is just trying to figure out what love feels like before it's broken down. I wish we could do it all again now. Do it all again now. Do it all again.
Very interesting sound design choices here in regards to, well, this isn't like typical drum and bass where you have like super clean and super let's say high drum samples and bass samples with a lot of nice and smooth high frequency content, but instead you're going into keeping it in the low mid end and distorting it a little bit. I would have to make up my mind if this those parts complement each other. Now, what I would wonder is how are you going to extend that, or how did you try to extend on that? Because this is obviously 7 months ago. When you're doing this type of distortion and using those type of samples, be careful not to overdo it with the low mid region, else you're going to get a lot of problems. I don't like that kick. I find it a little bit interesting, actually. I also like the combination of the very soft and very clean pad that is still playing in the background. But again, I want to know how you would continue this. Okay, let's have Eyewitness curb stomp update. Let me check on something real quick. Do 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 dee da dee da dee dee da dee dee da do da dee da dee da dee dee da dee dee da do da dee da dee 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 da dee da ra ba ra ba ram ba doom do 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 ba bum. Okay, let's listen to Eyewitness curb stomp update VIP.
Imagine the look on your face when you see me, elbow deep in your rectum, and you squirm. I will bring your teeth to the curb and impact the back of your skull with force of a god, and the cops will never acquire an eyewitness. Cops will never acquire an eyewitness.
Okay. We are gonna ignore the lyrical content of this beautiful piece for a little bit. Maybe we can rather talk a little bit about the mix. The mix is a little bit muddy, to be honest. Yeah, I think the main culprit might be your sub bass, which more or less is just a sine. Maybe it has like 1 or 2 additional harmonics, and it just plays all the time, which creates an additional. It creates a little bit too much pressure on the ear, if you know what I mean. There also seems to be something going on with the stereo field. Like something seems to be phasey there.
Imagine the look on your face when you see me.
Yeah, everything seems to be a little bit like it. The high end was cut a little bit off.
Go deep in your
Same with the voiceover, for example.
rectum and you squirt.
Yeah, it sounds like everything is behind the blanket. Maybe something on my chain, I can look back into it. Maybe it is. Even though I don't know why you would put a high cut or a high shelf on everything. Well.
Imagine the look on your face. Will never acquire an eyewitness.
I layer like 10 to 15 plugins for effects, like on the master. Now, here's one thing that I would like to ask you in regards to. Okay, you have those strangely vocoded whatever effect is on the vocals here. No per section on buses. Yeah, maybe that's a little bit too much. Sometimes less is a little bit more. Okay, you have your something is going on here with the vocals. Like there's some information, but you can't really understand any of it. Now my question to you would be: is it important that people can understand what is being said here? And there is an additional part here in the back where the same thing happens. I mean, here it is obvious it's because of the reversing and forwarding effect and everything, okay? Here. I wanted to obfuscate the lyrics a little bit because they are ridiculous. Okay, I mean, if it's the same lyrics as this here, I don't really care. Or what do you mean? I don't really care. It's okay. It works. But then I would ask myself, why would you even write lyrics for this part? I got an ad. Well, it seems like your rectum isn't perfectum anymore. Shaping the future. What the fuck is that? Welcome back. Seems that your rectum isn't perfectum anymore. Yeah, but again, why do you even write lyrics if you cannot understand it? I know, big question mark. Okay, that will be it. Because it's fun. Yeah, but no one's getting the message. No one's understanding it. And no one is going, because of the way that you've transformed the vocals, no one is going to decipher it either. Yes, and I criticize mumble rap all the time because of exactly that reason. Like, why are you writing lyrics when you're just going to poopity scoop? They are heartfelt lyrics. Yeah, but no one is going to understand them, and no one is going to make the connection, except you write them down somewhere, and then you have to rely on text. You have to rely on reading material to understand your song. Hi, how are you? I can send a song I attached the Discord. Yeah, sure. Head over in the Discord, and holy shit, you have a lot of badges. What the fuck? You seem to be like a Twitch power user. Yes, you can. Go into our Discord. Find the hashtag feedback on stream channel and submit your stuff, man. Sorry, I don't speak English well. No worries, man. No worries. I understand it well, though. Okay. Cool. Understand. Oh, you already TikTok. Oh God. TikTok? From all the websites where you could. Oh God. Oh God. Oh my. For visibility. Okay, I can understand that, but look at this. I'm not really bent on it one way or another. It was meant to be background layer, not lead. That's what I asked in the very beginning. So how important is it to you that this message the message of those vocoded vocals come across? If it's just, but the stereo issue take was super accurate. Was it? Okay, good. I also hope it was that the issue with the missing high end, just skip. Yeah, I know. I'm talking to another dude, but I still wanted to complain a little bit about TikTok. Like, I opened the website and there were like 3 pop-ups immediately coming up. I just want to listen to it. Okay, let's pause. Go back. And I cannot even like go back and be like, okay, I want to listen to it from the beginning. Okay, let's go. Yeah, unfortunately, there is a very high probability that this is AI generated, like 83%. Open up that For You page, big dog. What do you mean? This is like I don't do TikTok. I don't surf at TikTok at all. So if I go into For You page, I don't know what's going to pop up. It's probably going to be like, yeah, it's going to be German shit that's going to happen. What did you expect? Now, here's one thing, Leaks 95. I could be wrong that this is an AI generated track. However, in this case, I would regard the burden of proof to be on your side. If this is actually your track, maybe you can provide some information about how did you create it. Do you maybe have a favorite plugin that you used on this one? Maybe you have a screenshot from your DAW session. Oh, he left the Discord. Bye, goodbye. Well, that's enough proof for me. Hydrate. Oh shit. I'm out of water. I'm going to go and grab some more water. Okay, I've come back and I have water and I'm going to prove it to you. This is for you, Samo SQ. The hydrogen monoxide. Okay, now after this debacle with the AI generated track, AI moment, yeah, unfortunately. Let's get back to what we did beforehand. Not add cola kit. Never seen a TikTok of just a full song myself. It's probably to get into the TikTok music database or something like that, but there are definitely other ways to do that. And here's the thing, because YouTube and some other platforms, including Spotify, are starting to crack down on AI-generated content. You might have a hard time to just use something like DistroKid or other distribution services to upload your AI-generated music on there. And that's why TikTok was chosen. Just make your own music. What I'm doing right now. I mean, for the AI guys. Yeah. Have you seen the recent Venus Theory video about the Spotify? I have not. Venus Theory. It's a little bit too much right now. Where's the sound coming from? A guitar, yes. It just sent through like a few reverbs and a little bit of delay and stuff like that to make it sound more atmospheric. Well, what I can actually do is if I turn it this way, and then I'm going to give this a little bit of a boost beforehand. And then basically what I'm going to do is dynamics, volume, basically I can just grab a chord and I'm just going to slightly knock onto my guitar anywhere on the wood. I'm gonna even need to strum the keys. The key. Strum the keys, brother. I just have to knock on the guitar, and it's going to just play. If I want to change the chord, I can just do it. I assume you won't get it in key from the wood knocking. What do you mean in key? I can still grab a chord, but I'm not strumming the strings directly. But due to the vibration, the strings move enough to create sound, because I've amplified them a lot. I can also just place my finger on a place and then just wiggle my finger around a little bit, like you would do with a woman down there. Magnet with a hot solo. I have an E-bow. That's the thing that you heard before. Wait, let me give it a little bit more dry so you can hear it. Like an E-bow is a really nice thing. It just sounds like it needs a bunch of distortion. It already has a bunch of distortion on it. we can do more distortion. Why the fuck not? Let's do more distortion. Dirt. No, fuzz. Maybe a little bit of fuzz. Maybe not fuzz. Oh, it's Samsung. How are you doing? I'm good. I'm making weird noises with my guitar, as you can hear. Oh no, this isn't your shoegaze arc, is it? I already had my shoegaze arc. Don't worry. Where's my plectrum? There's my plectrum. That's a very hard chord to have. You want your 70s rock intro? Let's give you a 70s rock intro. What are 70s rock songs? Maybe I should. Was thinking Pink Floyd. Yeah, the thing that I played was I know I'm no David Gilmour. I'm actually give this a little bit more help. Now that we're already at it, I need a church. Where is the pipe organ? Yes, I need strings, probably some JP, using a pipe organ instead of Hammond. Oh no. I am so talented that people cover their ears when they hear my music because they can't comprehend how to... probably some Oberheim. Nah, not really. dry flute. So Omnisphere worth $500? Yes. Definitely. Can't say much about Trillion and Keyscape. Like if you, with those three you can make anything. Don't forget Stylus are a mix, which unfortunately isn't really on the market anymore. But well, Trillion is like the bass thing. Like it has every bass, basically. Excuse me, why did you stop? I've tried all three and they're really good. They are better pianos than Keyscape. Yeah, probably. Like again, the thing about Keyscape and Trillion is that they have just so many different models available, which are all sampled in a pretty detailed manner. That's what makes it stand apart a little bit. But if you look like at a singular piano library, where you say, okay, this is one piano, then yeah, there are better piano libraries. Like up to today, the Noir one, which I use a lot. Keyscape is amazing, but I kind of hate that it's easily identified as a Keyscape Rhodes. Probably, though. Well, today, in today's day and age, physical modeling is getting really big, and sometimes having a more lightweight piano. But if you are to get individual sounds on callin, yes, that will be expensive. Yes, except you buy something like complete. Then you get a lot of them at the same time. And if you want to try out, if you have a contact version, if you want to try out a Rhodes, you can try this one. The only guitar VSTs I've heard that I like is the ones Pretty. Now, this is one that I sampled myself. Yes. Multi-sampled. What do we have? We have around 42 dynamic layers and each key sampled. This one, the Rhodes one, I made, yes. This one I made myself. And it's free. You can get it for free. Wait, let me direct you to the website. There we go. You can get it for free. I also added a quote by Patrick Belfort. Do you know Patrick Belfort? Yes, I recorded it for each note. So basically what I did is, okay, let's get started. So the first thing I did was, oh holy shit, my modulation wheel is completely bonkers. Look at how jittery it is. It doesn't even really go, oh, it does. So how to get this as a sample library. So I had the Rhodes at home for a month or something like that. And then I started, well, the first thing I did was actually tune it and readjusted all the pickups that it has, so that it has a, let's say, not unique, but also not flat. But it has a sound that almost every key sounds similar to the one that's adjacent to it. But the next step is literally sit there, play the lowest key at the lowest volume possible, and wait until this fades out. And for the low keys, this can take like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, maybe a little bit longer. And then play it again, just a little bit louder. And wait until it completely fades out. You see, it's still going. And then you do it again, but a little bit louder. Again, I have 42 velocity layers for each key. It's like 6,800 samples. And then I also have all the release samples. And some additional pedal noises, which is just like, let me boost it up actually. So I made some variations, and every time someone presses the pedal, you actually get the actual pedal noise, and release also as well. You get the actual pedal noise of the thing. You can also remove it if you want to, so it does anything. But yeah, it was tedious work. And it was pretty well received, to be honest. Like it was on the front page of the Sound and Sound magazine for a few days. Yeah. You recorded any others? I had my hands on some other commercial sample libraries. And the Sound and Sound magazine is like big. It's really, really big. Like I think it's one of the main online magazines for sound stuff. It actually happened that I uploaded everything on my Dropbox, and after that, this thing was posted. Did you do this for free? No, I did do this for my bachelor thesis, which in return is actually, it's for free. I cannot monetize it because it's my bachelor thesis. But yeah, I did study music. I'm already done. I also finished my master thesis a little while ago. But yeah, one thing that I worked on is one of the more recent libraries by Native Instruments. Which is the Claire piano library. Explains why you know so much. Thank you. The Claire one. I worked on the Claire library. Can I please load it? Yes. However, I still have to say that I like the Noir one better. Well, it's pretty professional. Again, it's distributed by Native Instruments. The company behind it is called Galaxy Instruments. Wait. Like, if you go into the Native Instruments website, you're going to find the Claire somewhere. Eclair. Like, go to Claire. Yes. Where is it? I just saw it. Here's Noir. What the fuck? Claire. There it is. Okay, I think I've tried one of the guitar libraries, like the Strum and the Cruiser. So the one thing that you have to know is that Native Instruments also has, well, they're working together with multiple different companies which provide them with different sample libraries. Like this one is made by a company called Galaxy Instruments, which I made the work for basically. And the guitar libraries are they are made by by another company which is called Dramasonic. Wait, Big Wave Audio? They have a new name. Oh, okay. Yes, Dramasonic. Oh, Dramasonic. Yes. Because I remember talking to one of the people from Dramasonic, like in the very, very early stages before they even created the first one of their guitar libraries that they then sold to or now sell via Native Instruments. Yeah. Instruments and gears. We use blind listening tests to pick a favorite. Okay. Engine design, recording studio. Whoa. Session musicians. Partners. Oh. Okay. I'm thinking about just getting a real guitar. Yo, this Mark. What do you mean this Mark? Who's Mark? Zucker? No, I'm not the Zuck. Okay, let's actually listen to what Samsung did for us. Okay, Samsung, there's one thing that I would like to have you do from now on, by the way, unrelated to this track. I want you to have to have this one at least once happening in each of the tracks that you're going to produce from now on. If you don't do that, I'm not... the next time I listen to a track and this leitmotif of yours isn't in there, you're going to get banned. Okay. In regards to mixing, I feel that in regards to balancing, your drum and percussion apparatus, let's go with it that way, takes too much precedent in the front. Like all those little nice, interesting harmonic and melodic elements that happen, they somehow happen too much in the background while being overpowered by the drums. Yeah, the drums are a little bit too loud. Like, do you notice it yourself? Like, look, even here. Yes, you hear the piano, but I think I would love to hear it a little bit closer. I would even love to hear it closer than the drums. But right now the drums are just... It's like I'm sitting in the drums. Yeah, I think I would try to solve it at first, or I see it as a problem with the drums and percussion being too loud. That's it. If after that you still have issues with the mid-range, with the mid-frequency in some instrument, then you can start to reduce it. But I hear a balancing issue here instead of a equalization issue. It's the only glaring issue, yes. But what I really like about this track is that you try to make a mix between, like, let's say, regular EDM slash... This is of course not completely EDM, but goes a little bit into like loungy South American vibey music, and your crazy freaky chord progression jazzy Bill Wurtz slash well, not completely Bill Wurtz, Lewis Cole kind of deal, but you get what I mean. Yeah, initially I had a synthetic kick bass, but I switched to live drum. I mean, that's fine. You can still play a samba with synthetic instruments. Let me make an example. What's the most synthetic instrument that you can imagine? Not that. Oh no, it's just the sound of the kick that didn't fit for me. Play the Samsung. I'm probably my best man. Let's do a little bit more of a rock and roll. But yeah, something. Samo, I'm thinking about this getting really good hand learning it. Yes, agreed. It helps a lot because basically what you can do is you can just go and be like, then you stop the recording and then you get the next chord. Then you get to the next chord. And you can all just cut them together, and this will still sound a lot better in most cases than a lot of MIDI stuff. Woohoo! I got my hand jack. Now it's the motor. I still can't believe that the guy who sang song 2 is the same guy who is the lead singer of the Gorillaz. That those are the same people. Also, I still can't believe that there is like that they managed to pull this whole we create a virtual band around it, that this worked. This whole concept, and this was like what, 15 years ago? Also, they're still going. Like, holy fucking shit, man. Like, same singer.
jet, jumbo jet.
Blur Gorillas. Daft Punk also did that for the Discovery. Yes, they did. You know where that sample is from in Clint Peters? I think I saw a video where he was like, he found like a toy keyboard and there was like a Rock 1 preset or something like that. Clint Eastwood sample. Where he, yes, this one. Yeah, but it's similar to what instrument is that? It's the apparently it's the if you can read, it's the Suzuki Omnichord. Let's Google it. What it be? $829. Are you for real? What the fuck, man? Apparently it's still produced. Holy shit. Very well. I don't think so. Harp sensor. Okay. Nah, man. Suzuki, the motorcycle guys, though. I mean, yeah, maybe. Wait, actually? Suzuki Instruments motorcycle. What's with? What do you mean? What? Is that actually the same company? No, that's not the same company, is it? It's a Suzuki Motor Company. No, different company. Subsidiaries? Well, it doesn't seem to be as obvious as the Yamaha one, where even on the motorbikes you have the tuning forks. Like they're using the same Yamaha. Guys. Yamaha loop. I went onto the website of the Yamaha Motor Company, and there I found something magical. It was on the website. I scrolled down to see where the logo is. And then I found this magical world. Yamalu. What is the Yamalu? Yamalu. I want to know what it is, Yamalu. Let's find out it out together. What Yamalu is. Let's find out the best for my Yamaha Yamaloop oil. Oh no. Oh. Someone in the marketing department should have thought a little bit more about that name. I don't really like the sound right now. It's a little bit too hard. Let's make it a little bit less gritty. Oh, there is a sound called shit. What happens if you don't use a preamp? This is way better. It really depends on the preamp which you're using. Can you use it on your guitar? The Greek letter sigma, sigma. There is no better letter than sigma. Put Yamaloop all over my guitar. Okay, God fucking damn it. Microtonal guitar moment. Yes, that what happens when you have a whammy on your guitar. You can go a little bit microtonal if you want to. Yamaloop. Okay. I need to. Yes, the Yamaha logo has the 3 tuning forks on it. If you don't know what that is, it's a tuning fork. It's a fork made out of metal, which sounds in a very, very alles gut mit dem Yamaha. It sounds in a very specific frequency and just gives a very, very, very clear sound. And you can use it either as a help for yourself to have this pitch always around, like you bump it somewhere. Ancient tuning method. Sorta. It's just to have a reference note with you all the time. Not really. Maybe in 1,000 years it does, but because if it's made of metal, it doesn't go out of tune. No. maybe if you treat it not well, it might go out of tune, but generally speaking, no. Like piano tuners use them all the time. But anyway, the logo of Yamaha is those free tuning chords. How you get it to make sound? You hold it here. Should I have Yamaha loop on my Yamaha tuning fork? Yes, definitely. Makes it sound better. So you hold it. Wait, let me draw it for you. You have this part, and you have this little ball here, and then you have the forks, right? And what you have to do is basically you hold it here, and then you can strike this part, for example, against your knee. Very quickly. And then you can hold this end either towards this part. If you put it, fuck off, that's not an elbow, it's a knee. Look, here is a feet. And you can hold this part against, let me try to draw it. Against this little part of your ear with this ball here, and then you're going to hear the note really loud. Or you can put it like on a desk, and then it's going to wait. Why am I just not showing you this? Check this out. Can you hear that? Let me dumb it down. Yeah, you should be able to hear that, right? Ooh. That's A440. Yes. Now, the construction that I have is a little bit bigger. The one that I demonstrated to you right now, port fork resonator box. It's put on a box like this one. That's why it immediately has a resonance sound. Yes, I hear an A. I have perfect pitch confirmed. My condolences. The whole perfect pitch thing is really, yes, my condolences. I don't have it. I lied. Okay. Why would you lie on my stream? Stop doing that. Okay. How did we get here? Oh, we get here because of this shit. Okay. Okay. Wow. You lied. Don't ever do that again. Okay. It's actually getting a little bit late. Let us see who we could read. Who's online right now? Who's doing stuff? Rate the Americans. They wide awake. Yes, but I need to know which of the Americans I have to rate. So we have. Let's check out Fred Offensi. Yes, we should. Fred Fancy. Let's. Oh, he has only been online for 13 minutes, so let's go. Let's rate Fred Fancy. Sound Bites TV. I don't know who that is. Rate. It's too late, by the way. I've already created the rate. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining today. Thanks for sending in your tracks, and I don't know when the stream, when next time. Okay, silence. I don't know when I'm going to stream next time. I hope I can do Sunday, but that's not clear for now. I might be on a hiatus for a week for reasons. But as long as you're in the Discord, you're going to get a notice when I'm going to stream, so just FYI. Anyway, see you around, guys.